Hi everyone, merhaba, this is Ayşenur Altan. Welcome to Turkish Food Recipes. In this episode, I'm having my relatives to my house for weekend breakfast. It's my favorite meal to prepare, but since the day before I was out, I had only the morning to prepare everything from dessert to handmade börek and other dishes, and I'm sharing you all of the details how I made it from early in the morning within like 3 hours for 4 dishes and table settings to prepare. I had to race with the time, but it was still fun and I'm presenting it to you. I am sure you're gonna like it too. Let's get started. I got up very early and begin by making my börek dough so it can rest. I will explain about it a little later. And after that I begin to make my dessert. In the fridge I had many carrots, and since I didn't have much time I needed to make something practical, and I decided to bake a carrot cake with syrup and wanted to top it with homemade pudding. It's an easy recipe, but still if you want I can share it with you, of course, as always. And while my cake is baking, my dough has rested, and let me talk about the dough a little bit. I already have the recipe on my channel. You can watch it from the links from top right corner and the description box below. It's a soft, easy to handle dough with milk, vegetable oil, eggs and flour, and between the layers I use a cornstarch and then roll 5-6 layers all together. Very easy to make. If you haven't tried, make sure don't skip this recipe. It's so delicious. When I shared the recipe with you, I made it on a round big tray, baking tray, and used feta cheese and parsley mixture as a filling. But this time I made the same recipe with using a half more from the recipe and having a more dough, and prepare it to my rectangular oven pan. And as a filling I wanted to make two options with half of it feta cheese and half spinach filling, so it will be two different kinds of börek in one pan. You top it with butter and olive oil mixture, and our börek is ready to go to preheated oven. As soon as I'm done with the börek, I begin to make the third recipe, which is shakshuka. And in the previous episode I shared the recipe with you. It's very easy. You just chop the vegetables, mix everything with olive oil and dried herbs, and you are good to go to oven again. Even though I look like working in the bakery overnight, I give thumbs up to myself, and I would be happy if you do too. And then I rush to prepare my vegetables for the breakfast. It is kind of must-have for a nice breakfast to have fresh tomatoes, cucumbers, and other herbs like parsley, dill, and this is roka. On the right, arugula, I think, as I found on Google. And at the same time I begin to put the ready plates onto the table. For the cheese plates and olives I use these two plates when it is crowded, and I like to prepare everything twice so everyone can reach easily. And these are, the first one is İzmir tulum, the second one is, as you can see, braided cheese, And I have, of course, black olives and green olives, two types. The first one is big and the others are in different colors, pink, dark green. And aged white cheese I have. It is also delicious. And I wanted to give some extra taste by drizzling some olive oil and sprinkling oregano and red pepper flakes over the green olives. Okay, here is my favorite part, which is homemade jams. The first one is my favorite one, rose jam. I shared the recipe. It is so delicious, flavorful. You should really try it once in a lifetime at least. And you can watch how I made it from the links. And in the second one I have honey. And in the third one I decided to serve apple molasses. This is from my hometown city, Kastamonu, and it doesn't have any sugar. It's very dense and flavorful, has some soury taste too. And usually in summertime you can also mix it with water to make a drink with it. This is also one of our favorite things we can eat on breakfast. It has a tahini, it's tahini helva with pistachio, and there are some different types, and the best one is the one made with kürek helvası. The type texture is really different, so we always try to buy that one. Along with the helva, I'm slicing some kaşar cheese, and this gadget is really helpful to slice it thinly. My table is almost ready. I'm arranging the foods. I need some space in the center for my börek. I'm gonna place it in the last minute to keep it hot. And here is the shakshuka. It is cooked. Again, I'm serving them on 2 plates. Of course, the table is not complete without fresh bread. Along with the sourdough bread I made, we bought some Turkish style bread also, and this lovely flour bread. As a hot dish, I'm gonna serve sucuk egg to my guests, and I wanted to make it ready, everything. So I sliced the sucuk and add some butter and olive oil. And using a widest pan I have. I also brewed my tea because it takes time, so I have to brew it before they come. And since we are going to be crowded, I also made the second tea ready. I already shared how to make Turkish tea with all the details, along with what else you can make with your one teapot together. If you don't have a traditional Turkish style teapot, you can watch from the links. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section. Last minute preparations. I prepared my tea glasses and my dessert is ready. I'm taking out the breads, they are warm, and around the same time my guests arrived and they wanted to help me. She's serving the hot börek from oven, and meanwhile I begin to make my sucuk egg. Everything was ready, so it will be easier. Just I turn on the heat, and then after it is hot, I crack the eggs. When I cook the eggs, what I do is I don't like to stir them too much. Just break the yolks a little and don't overcook. You have to seed a little bit runny parts and season it with salt, and if you prefer red pepper flakes. I didn't add this time because there were children along with the guests. And here is our Turkish tea, freshly brewed. The color is nice. As I mentioned in the Turkish tea video, you can make it lighter or stronger by adding less water or more, depends on the guests having. And we are done. Everything looks fine. We are good to go to enjoy our breakfast. I hope you enjoyed watching how I made the Turkish breakfast preparations. Make sure you try the börek especially, and the sucuk egg, of course. All this Turkish style of breakfast. I don't know if you ever tried, but it's really delicious, like a feastful breakfast we enjoy, especially on weekends, all together with our families. You can get all the recipes from the links in the description box below. I have many episodes about Turkish breakfast, how we eat breakfast outside in Istanbul, different kinds of breakfast menus I had in my friends or in restaurants. If you like watching this video, you would probably like that too. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you in another delicious Turkish food recipes and vlogs. Afiyet olsun.